So let's discuss the reading of the precepts that we just did, what they actually mean. If we take them just as they are, it's called Pashat. And what we want to look at is what these actually mean. So understanding Kabbalistic understandings of things, we use a tree of life, Kabbalistic tree of life. This is an example. And we build a tree by putting things in their sockets, Kether being at the top, and so forth. So we're building something as we go through these precepts. The first and foremost of all is the precept is called the fear of Hashem. Fear of Hashem is the beginning of knowledge and the beginning of wisdom. So knowledge is da'at. It's a socket that's not here. I don't have an example on hand. And this is wisdom. It's chokmah. So as we begin to construct some things, we pull together these precepts, start to understand what they mean. And we'll talk about the precept more in depth, precept of fear upcoming. But let's find out what these mean. First of all, we have to have the letters. If you don't have the letters, then you don't have anything. And that precept was brought to us by Master Yidit. And that's precept 1. The second precept says that the precept of fear is strongly attached to and never disconnected from the precept of love. A person should love his master wholly. The upper love that we talk about is chokmah. And Kether is nearness. The letters, the 22 letters, we have them right here. They're in this shape specifically given to us by Yidit, because the 12 elemental letters each focus on a point of those 4, and then down below Resh and Dalet. There are worlds that have to be accounted for in all understanding of this. So we have the 4 worlds that we often associate Atzilut, Bariah, Yetzirah, and Ashia. So with these understandings of these worlds and these Sephirotic exchanges, we have to understand where fear comes from. Most of the time they know that words of fear come from Elohim. It's from the left side. So now we can associate this precept with fear being in Bina. Always strongly attached to chokmah, because as it is written, chokmah is always with Bina, and Bina is in chokmah. Chokmah and Bina, Bina and chokmah. Those two have the letters, the 22 Hebrew letters. That's the third precept, is the constant awareness of the Creator. There is a great Elohim who governs the world. The world down below being Malkut, and one who governs is Yetzirah. The 6 words of Shema Israel have to do with this in our concentration. It's Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, and Yisod, called Zeranpin. Fourth precept is knowing that all is unified. Hashem is the Elohim. In this likeness, we have an understanding where we connect chokmah, Bina, Zeranpin to Nukva by the time we've discussed the 4th precept, if you're able to track it on the tree. Otherwise, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, and Malkut. Because the Shefa, or light, from those above Sephiroth, shine down below in a diminished state, because above there is no separation, but down below there certainly is, like when a light strikes a prism and turns into a rainbow. All of this is unified because they're all from Bina. The light of Tiferet is from Bina. The mother gives her garments to her daughter is Malkut, again from Bina. Chokmah is with Bina, and Bina is with chokmah. The beginning of chokmah, the beginning of Da'at, again is Bina. He and his name are one. Make no mistake what is happening in this construct. because very soon we'll be talking about the 8th day being circumcised. The 5th precept is to study of the Torah. Absolutely study of the Torah. The only reason we are in existence is because of the study of the Torah. The Zohar speaks as such. It's necessary to study the Torah with great effort at all times in order to better one's spirit and soul. Most assuredly, because when one is thinking, they are not gaining new or improved information. They're only using what they have already inside. The only way to improve that information is to gain more information. Once you've done that, the 6th precept is to procreate. In this case, make letters. He who procreates and begets children causes that river to flow continuously. If you have children and teach them the holy letters, that will continue to flow. The 7th precept is to perform the circumcision on the 8th day. What does this mean? It has often been confused with an action that has no relation to what these letters actually mean. To perform circumcision on the 8th day has to do with the removal of the defilement of the foreskin, which is the dross, or the accrued memories in each one of those sephirothic sockets of Kesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Isad, and Malchut. These are the lower 7 forms. Our spirit form, our desire form, our holy form, our soul form, our emotion form, our mental form, and our physical form. Above all of these forms, which that is all in the Yetziratic and Asiatic level, is the Bariatic level, Beria Bina, and that means Bariatic Torah, the constructural Torah. It is on the 8th day, and that is in Bina. That is the removal of the defilement of the lower forms to focus on Bariatic Torah. Because with it we can connect written Torah, Tiferet, to oral Torah, Malchut. The 8th precept is to love the convert who comes to be circumcised and desires to enter under the wings of the Shekinah. Love the convert. What can you give somebody but letters? Someone who comes to be circumcised and desires to enter, you can show them Bariatic Torah. The 9th precept is show mercy to the needy and supply them with food. Most people don't even know that they need this help. All you can do is give them letters. Aleph separates Mem from Shin. The 10th precept is to put on Tefillin, complete oneself according to the supernal image. About going to the land of the fathers. It's not about the trappings. It's about being spiritually lifted above. With the tefillin, the binding of the lower 7 forms, commitment of the heart, Tiferet, and lifting that up above Da'at. The 11th precept is to give a tithing. How can one give tithe, and what is a tithe of one's land's product? Malchut is the land. You indeed are the land. We can only give a portion of ourselves to Hashem, our time, our money, our thoughts. The 13th precept is to perform the redemption ritual for his son. I'm sorry, let's do the 12th. I missed that. The first fruits. The first fruits is the trees. Now that we have letters, now we have an ability to do this, we have an offering, we can make letters and create tikkuns, is what they're called. Something like this to show the next person. To give an example, it'll take you to the land, I will show you.